That's the way you take down sucking the street, baby. Who's on whose side there?
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Main Event Wrestling, and this is WCW Thunder, the second game that came after WCW Nitro, and it pretty much plays the exact same way, so there's no point getting into that. Anyway, we're going to have a couple of matches on this, see if it actually fares any better or worse than Nitro, and if you remember, I thought Nitro was just a bit meh. So let's see if this is meh, better, or worse. And a nice little entrance here of Sting. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get to the character selection, shall we? Right, so similar to WCW Nitro, here's a list of the following wrestlers. A lot of them are the same, but we're going to go through them. So we've got Hollywood Hogan, Bret Hart, Sting, Lex Luger, The Giant, also known as The Big Show, DDP, Raven, Perry Saturn, Chris Jericho, Scott Steiner, Rick Steiner, Macho Man, Randy Savage, Curt Hennig, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Goldberg, Bryan Adams, Bulldog, Booker T, Dean Malenko, Wrath, Ultimo Dragon, Billy Kidman, Disciple, Alex Wright, Canyon, Buff Bagwell, Rowdy Roddy Piper, Anvil, Conan, Scott Norton, and yeah. So those are the wrestlers that are currently available, but the thing is, with a very, very simple code, you can unlock a shit ton more. So all you have to do is press R1 4 times, L1 4 times, R2 4 times, and L2 4 times, followed by select. So 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. Boom. And after that, you get a whole bunch more, and we're not going to go through them. In fact, I'll save all of the extra characters plus, let's call it guest characters, at the end of both matches. But we're going to get into our first one. So the first match is that I'm going to be, where is he? I'm going to be Curt Hennig, and as you can see, he's allowed a rant, so we're going to watch it.
There can't be any doubt in anybody's mind that I'm the man to pick. Not only because I'm in the NWO, because I'm Curt Hennig, and nobody beats Curt Hennig. Nobody.
Very nice, actually. That one's pretty simple and straightforward. Anyway, as Curt Hennig, I'm going to face someone, and he is from the new batch that I've just unlocked. So, who's he going to be facing? Let's find out. It's Glacier! And, you know, I'm not expecting to do any level of good on this. I mean, if you remember correctly, I was not good when it came to, say, like, you know... Oh wow, just literally stealing all of these. I mean, there's button combinations that you can hit to, like, hit moves, but yeah. I never really got the wonderful opportunity to experience and enjoy, God, do something. God, direction and grapple does nothing. Glacier's gonna beat me with...
Pile driver.
I mean, I don't even know how I did that pile driver. But yeah. I never had the opportunity to really enjoy, you know, Curt Hennig whilst he was alive, whilst Glacier, on the other hand, he's had a bit of a resurgence, hasn't he? I mean, like, he made a brief return for AEW, now actually works behind the scenes, and you know what? Fair play to him. Hey, belly to belly, so I'm hitting a few moves, just like nothing, you know. Hey! I actually think some of the wrestlers look worse than this. The crowd looks like shit. I mean, like, I don't know what to say really. I mean, like, there's only so much you can say when it comes to this. Power bomb. Come on, you clown. I mean, I'm trying to hit. I mean, like, I'm literally bloody mashing buttons just to try and get something. You know what I mean? If I lose, like I said, it's not exactly the end of my world. Test the strength. Regain some of that health from your buddy. So there's button combinations that you gotta hit to, like, oh, nice. But yeah, never really got the opportunity to truly experience Curt Hennig whilst he was alive. You know, obviously going back from watching these matches on WWE Network, like, you gotta love Curt Hennig and Mr. Perfect. You know, whether it was in WCW, whether it was in WWE, you know. And like I said, fair play to Glacier, like he's had a bit of a resurgence after, you know, a cameo appearance and everything like that. Who's the other one? Yeah. Didn't want to play the outright. Wow, that sounded like a few. Was it breathing heavily or was he having a fit? Right, how do you get back? How do you get back? There's a fake. There we go. And there's a fake wall. Right. Put me on my bloody misery in this match, will you, Glacier? Hey, I got an attack in. I mean, this isn't really supposed to be like a showcase of like my skills in this game because, you know, if you remember from WCW Nitro, I was not that good. Yeah, Glacier humiliates Curt Hennig. Nice. Right, so for my second match, I'm going to be Chris Jericho, but who am I going to face? Again, it's another person who I unlocked. But first, before we get into the match, let's have a look at Jericho's rant.
If you're a true Jericho-holic and you pick me, I promise you'll never, ever lose this game again.
You can definitely see, like, the early seeds of, I mean, like, Jericho had pretty much already borderline mastered everything that you could do after years of like traveling the world, honing his skills in like ECW, WCW and what have you. You know, it's just a shame he never really got further in WCW really. It's just an absolute crying shame. Damn you, Bischoff. Damn you to hell. But yeah, like, you could definitely see the seeds planted for how Chris Jericho would then continue to explode to become, you know, the best in the world at what he does, list champion, you know, the Ayatollah of rock and roller, Y2J, etc, etc. But anyway, yes, it's going to be Chris Jericho against an unlocked character, mystery character. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, let's see if I fare better as Jericho against Ric Flair. Never... I mean, in WCW, I'm not 100... do something then. God! Why make buttons so bloody convoluted? I don't want to remember Mortal Kombat style attacks.
Power bomb.
God! You know, I just want to pick a game up sometimes and just play it. That's the problem. It's like, oh. And then, not even hit one attack. I'm trying to punch. He moves away, try to chop, and he moves away. Go for a kick. Yay! I finally connected one. Even if I get absolutely smacked, it doesn't matter. God, this is just a bad game. Do something! I know there's button combinations and everything, I get it. But still, I don't 1, 2. God damn it!
Vertical
I don't want to have to learn these. Go on, dude. You climb the rope to do nothing. To do nothing. This is going to be another humiliating defeat. And the thing is, I got this on the easiest difficulty, and I'm just thinking to myself, how can you actually make this worse? WCW Nitro was not that good. This is going to be over quickly, you know, unless I can make a kick in combat. Come back, you know. God. I was about to say, you know what, Rick? Just pin me. Just pin me.
Jericho slowing down.
This is just rough as pig shit. Wow! Flair pulling off a move like that. That would have been absolutely astonishing. Do a move, for God's sake. You know what, I'm just going to let him do.
2, 3.
That was embarrassing. Okay, so before I get on to, like, you know, the unlocked characters. So, this is supposed to be the control scheme for this game. So, square is punch, chop is triangle, kick is X, drop kick is down X, hip toss is back square, snapmare up square. I mean, it all sounds pretty simple so far, right? Belly to belly suplex, triangle square, then backbreaker, down square triangle, body slam, up triangle triangle, abdominal stretch, down triangle, gorilla press slam, up triangle circle, throw out of the ring, back X circle, whip, back circle. Then, you know, you can do other mode. So when you're in a tie-up position, to do a power bomb, it's square X. Pile driver is triangle circle. Vertical suplex is, what is it? Back triangle, reversal, down, down, down. So yeah, like I said, I don't exactly want to have to be able to like learn Mortal Kombat style like controls to be able to play this game. So it's not just me sucking. I mean, that is a very big case in it when it comes to like these WCW games. I don't think I've been any good at any of them, especially WCW wrestling on NES. That was bloody appalling. But this was just as appalling, and this game sucks. Anyway, we're going to have a look at some of the new wrestlers that was unlocked that you can get. So we're going to quickly go through them. You have Eddie Guerrero, Hammer, Stevie Ray, Scotty Riggs, Horace, Rey Mysterio Jr., Lodi, Sick Boy, La Parka, Chavo Guerrero Jr., Reese, Fit Finlay, Meng, Barbarian, Ernest Miller, Disco Inferno. Then Eric Bischoff, Mean Gene, Miss Elizabeth. By the way, Miss Elizabeth is a playable character, as well as Mean Gene and Eric Bischoff. Arn Anderson, Bobby Heenan, Kimberly, Labby Sabisco, Sonny Ono, Rick Fuller, Juventud Guerrera, Psychosis, Enos, Rick Rude, Jimmy Hart, Kaz Hayashi, Mongo. Then we're going to get into a few more. Ric Flair, Johnny Grunge, Rocco Rock, Glacier, Prince Iakia, Vincent, Tony Schiavone, Iron Mike Tenay, John Dillinger, Lee Marshall, Che, AC Jazz, Fire, Tigress, Whisper, and Spice. So first of all, question, how many of those do you remember? I remember about 50-60% of them. But this is where it's going to get a bit weird. So you got the Inland production team decided to put themselves in the game as playable characters. So you got Zumi, Dude Man, Jamie the Learned, Stingray, Cobra, Reanimator, Sleep Dep Ed. I'm assuming that is supposed to be sleep deprived. 5 o'clock Tony, Uncle Monkey, Devastating Dorizas, Gucci, Wrestling Matt, Benji, Dynamite Johnny, Chicken Boy, John, and as we've seen, Dude Man. And then finally Veal and MC Mike. I think that's what's supposed to be. Even members of THQ went ahead and put their names in, like Dave Hoffman, Leyland Ma, Sanders, Don Noart, right? Jim Kelly, that's a unique way to spell Jim. It's interesting. John Ardell, and this is where it gets like fever dream really, really fucking weird. Arj and Vaj, Claude Rains, Astronaut, Tiffany Payne, Robot, Short Circuit, Wireframe, Chrome Dome, Indian, Cowboy, Sergeant, Hoof-Hearted, Bessie, Gorilla, Adam, Mantis, Bobby, Squire, Snuff, Starfish, Crush Depth, Flapper, Zoot Suit, and Sailor. I feel like I've just gone through a trip after taking some LSD or something. That is just violently weird. Anyway, so that is WCW Thunder. I mean, if I was to personally rank it in terms of where I, you know, how I feel about WCW games, Backstage Assault was horrible. That was terrible. But the thing is, it was still a lot more playable than this crap. WCW Nitro was just about, like I said, it was meh, it was just about playable. And then even Super Brawl Wrestling, with all of its faults, and you know, the video I put it, you know, I question, is this the worst wrestling game ever? No, it's not. You know, there are tons worse. WWE 2K20 as an example. But like, this was just bad. Like, I don't know. A lot of people will be like, you know what, it's because you suck at the game. It's like, yeah, I know I suck. I'm terrible at the game. I'll put my hands up and say, yeah. But again, as I said before, I don't want to go into a wrestling game and have to remember like Mortal Kombat style controls to be able to pull off a suplex. You know? That's why with the SmackDown games, it was knocked out of the park from the word go. Simple interface, simple gameplay mechanics, and it worked. And it also looked a hell of a lot better, you know. But hey, it is what it is at the end of the day. WCW video games on the PlayStation after WCW versus the World just never really took off. Mayhem was quite good. I mean, that was alright. I didn't mind Mayhem. I could play Backstage Assault again, you know. But it would literally have to be a last-ditch idea. But yeah, that's how I feel about WCW Thunder and the WCW games so far that I've played. Oh, and WCW Wrestling on NES. It is a good game, you know. I'm just terrible at it. So that's the end of that chapter. But yeah, we're pretty much coming to the end very slowly. To the WCW games. What have we got left? We've got the ones on Nintendo 64, which will happen at some point, I promise. And then we've got WCW versus the World. And I think that's about it. Yeah. But yeah, coming to the end of the WCW run. Or at least playing them for the first time. But yeah, so thank you very much for joining me on this episode of Main Event Wrestling. As always, if you like it, give it a like, share the video as well, because the more shares, the more views, the more that channel continues to grow, and the more that I get to do this for you. Subscribe to L-1 Entertainment if this is your first time on the channel. Don't forget to check out all of the other content that's currently available, because you never know, there might be something that you like. And if you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so you are notified about any and all content that goes live onto the channel. Finally, drop me a comment below. Do you like this game? Have you played this game? Do you share the same sentiments as me towards, you know, this game and other WCW games? You know, drop us a comment. Let me know how you feel. You know, and yeah, so I will see you next time, guys, for some more 1, 2, 3 count main event wrestling. Take it easy, everyone.